Well, first up, some developments coming in wherein who would have thought that we would see a day when a section of Indians would be happy and practically jubilant at India being embarrassed. But it happened, and such are the times that we live in. Now, it all started when IFFI's jury head for the international competition section, Nadav Lapid, tore into the Kashmir Files on the closing day of the 9-day event. He called the film propaganda, vulgar and inappropriate for an artistic competitive section of such a prestigious film festival.
And this exactly led to a barrage of comments that came in and critical of Nadav's point of view. In fact, what he said during the closing ceremony of the International Film Festival that was being held in Goa.
All of us disturbed and shocked by the 15th film, by the movie Kashmir Files, that felt to us like a propaganda vulgar movie, inappropriate for an artistic competitive section of such a prestigious film festival. I feel totally comfortable to share openly these feelings here with you on stage, since the spirit that we felt in the festival can surely accept also a critical discussion, which is essential for art and for life.
Now, of course, we are getting some reactions from the opposition side as well, wherein soon after there was almost a celebration in India. Many exulted, saying, wow, India stands exposed and embarrassed because of what Lapid said, and that this one comment was enough proof that Kashmir Files was nothing more than a propaganda project of the Modi government.
So even when it comes to the International Film Festival jury co-members and the filmmakers and Israeli diplomats who publicly they had denounced and denied the claims that were made by Nadav Lapid, but the cheerleaders were not just satisfied. Their sole consolation and the entire project of India that was being shown in its place, blessed day, and that is when they all came in a way validating as far as the point of view that was put forth by the Israeli filmmaker.
तो ये जो बात है कश्मीर फाइल्स के बारे में, ये सच है. अगर कोई व्यू ने कहा होगा, मैं तो अभी इतना ही देखता हूं कि जिस तरह से प्रोपेगेंडा हुआ था एक पार्टी का और एक पार्टी के खिलाफ, उसके लिए फिल्म बनाई थी, और एक पूरी पार्टी, पूरी सरकार, जहां जहां बीजेपी की सरकार है, वो उस प्रचार में लगा. लेकिन ये सिनेमा आने के बाद कश्मीर में सबसे ज्यादा किलिंग्स हुई है.
जब ये कश्मीरी फाइल फिल्म को सरकार के निगरानी में बना के उसको दिखाया, इसका फिल्म को प्रमोशन करने के लिए हमारे कंट्री के होम मिनिस्टर और प्राइम मिनिस्टर खुद लग गए थे. अब शर्मिंदा कर दिया. अब ये आरएसएस वाले, विश्व हिंदू परिषद वाले या बीजेपी वाले, पता नहीं इनको क्या हो गया, हमारे फिल्म इंडस्ट्री को भी बर्बाद कर दिया.
कश्मीरी फाइल जो है निहायत ही बेहुदा, वाहियात और इरेशनल मूवी. जैसे जर्मनी की नाजी जर्मनी में के ज़माने में एक प्रोपेगेंडा मंत्रालय हुआ करता था जो हिटलर के बारे में प्रोपेगेंडा करते थे, ये उसी तरह का भारत में एक नया चलन है जिसका पार्ट है कश्मीरी फाइल फिल्म.
Now, but even his own co-juror did not back the claim and asserted that his remarks have nothing to do with the jury board. Now, we have Sudipto Sen, who is the jury member, and let's welcome him on the broadcast. So very much thank you for speaking to Times Now. Well, as far as the remark is concerned, we know that IFFI has distanced itself from the comments which were made by Mr. Lapid about Kashmir Files. But what is your view about what was being said?
Okay, number one, I would correct your line that I didn't distance myself. It is not the question of distancing anything. It is that I was never there. That is the right way to put in. The thing is, we were 5 jurors in international competition, and one of them is from France, one of them from Spain, one of them from UK. Nadav Lapid is from Israel, and I was the only Indian jury. Now, we were given 22 films, and out of 22 films, these 22 films were being selected from almost more than 500 submission. So, we international juries has a very difficult job to choose best film, best director, best actor, best actress, special jury award, first debut film. So, we had to choose 6 films, 6 awards. Now, for 7 days we watched those films. Sometimes we watched the films couple of times, and we made our opinion that we selected 4 films in which I we gave 6 awards. Now, while watching the film, we have certain parameters to judge a film. That parameters are artistic, technical, aesthetics, socio-political relevance. There are many criteria. Out of those criteria, we had to judge. It was not a very easy process, but the good thing is unanimously we reached to that conclusion that we selected 6 films. Then next day, the day we finished, we went to the festival authority, which comprises the festival director, NFDC chairman.
But Mr. Sen, you said that it would have been unethical if one of you had intervened and stopped him. But do you think that he was being unethical in what he said, especially calling the film as vulgar and propaganda?
Yeah, it was. Of course, it was unethical. Of course, it was uncalled for. Of course, he should not have done it.
But in fact, Mr. Anupam Kher has also said that this was all a part of the toolkit and a pre-planned on his part. So what's your take on that?
No, I didn't. I didn't get that because 7 days we spent together. We 5 jurors spent together, and we used to watch all the films together. And I didn't sense anything of that. I think it was an extempore thought process which hit his mind. He said we should talk about it. I mean, if he had any prior plan, he would have said this to the press conference. I want to say that the press conference, that official press conference, when we 5 people were sitting in one table in front of the press, world press, that was the best forum to talk if he has any political agenda to say. So, I am not very sure what Anupam sir has spoken, but I was a bit surprised. I was taken aback. I was surprised that why he did that.
Saying that you were also surprised, but he used the words vulgar and propaganda. I mean, now, what's your personal view of that? What he's mentioned about the film, calling it as a propaganda and saying that it was obscene as far as artistic competition is also concerned.
It was not acceptable to me. A jury of an international festival which is 53 years old, one of the most prestigious leading festival, from the stage of that he should not have spoken this language. And talking about any film, I may like a film, I may not like a film, but ethically it is incorrect to talk about any specific film just because you don't like. It is not acceptable, not done.
But Mr. Sen, you know that he has been associated with IFFI in the past as well, and his film was also selected in 2014. He was also a part of the jury in 2016. So were you aware of this?
I had no idea because I knew that his film was selected in 2014, but whether he was a jury in last year, I have no idea. I knew that his film was selected. His film was selected in Kerala Film Festival also, Bangalore Film Festival also. But whether he was a jury before, I don't know. I have no idea.
So have you tried to contact him? I mean, he's been not speaking to the press, but there are other Israeli countrymen and the ambassadors who are coming out and apologizing on his behalf.
Of course, it is. He will not talk to press because he was that I know, because after the program, I happens to speak to him for 5 minutes, but there are a lot of people, so I could not speak personal level. But definitely I'm going to ask him. When there is no conversation about it, we decided that everything, whatever we are going to say, wherever we are going to do, it will be unanimous. When we didn't discuss this before, when we didn't discuss with the festival authority, how come he did that without taking us into confidence? This surprise I'm still into. I will definitely cross-check and find out the reason.
Well, Mr. Sen, we are, of course, witnessing a diplomatic fallout. Well, Israel's envoy to India has also condemned his remarks, wherein he has come forward saying that he should apologize. So what's your take on the kind of reactions that have now poured in?
Yeah, I am the first person who have tweeted about it, giving the clarification that as a filmmaker, as a jury member, this is unethical, this is not done, this is not nothing to do with our jury board, nothing to do with NFDC, not the government, IFFI. So I raised the alarm. I draw the attention of the people, and the responses are because Kashmir File touched the heart of the country. It has become one of the biggest film in the history of Indian cinema. You like it or you don't like it, you cannot ignore the fact that this is one of the most successful cinema, and I give lot of credit to the director of the film, Vivek Agnihotri, that he has shown the courage to make a film on a subject which everybody used to think twice, or everybody used to not have the courage to make such films. But he showed the courage, and he got the result that people has really loved the film. So when a film has touched the chord, touched the right emotion of a country, this kind of uncalled for comments is avoidable, not accepted.
All right, Mr. Sen, thank you very much for taking out your time and speaking to us here on Times Now. You have cleared the air. However, you've also said that this individual, as far as Nadav Lapid, the Israeli filmmaker, is concerned, he should clarify his stand. However, one